again, you guys. Major breaking news coming out. The arrival of stimulus, the entire timeline is likely going to be getting delayed with the news coming out in just the past couple hours. Major breaking news coming out. As you guys, President Joe Biden is now going to be defending himself against a lawsuit for it being deemed unlawful for him to issue executive actions for stimulus provisions to wipe out $10,000 of student loan debt, which we have been saying here on the channel for how long? That the president does not have the legal authority to do so. He does not have the power of the purse. He cannot issue out new funds, but it can be done correctly, and that is to reallocate existing funds just sitting there. We literally have $500 billion of leftover stimulus funds. They could easily take that and they could send out stimulus checks, child tax credits. They could send out the student loan debt forgiveness. Pick your stimulus flavor. Reallocate existing funds so it's deemed lawful. Not issue out new funds. And now it's being challenged. We're going to be seeing where this goes. And this is going to be delaying everything, you guys. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, the timeline, as you guys know, it has been going according to plan. I've been keeping you guys up to date on it. We've been seeing it unfold just like we heard, which was that Democrats, they're going to be working on the reconciliation bill, formerly known as the Build Back Better bill, but all of the stimulus provisions got stripped out because Joe Manchin was concerned about inflation, only passed it as the Inflation Reduction Act, taking out all of those stimulus provisions, concerned about adding to inflation and debt and our nation's current situation. So they passed that through. Then we heard following that, right after, we would see executive orders from the president, first of which would be to wipe out student loan debt. Then we would see a series to follow. However, after that first executive action, we would also see stimulus provisions come forward with legislation. And we have seen progressives, just like they said, come forward with proposals for free college tuition, free childcare. We've heard that Bernie Sanders has brought back the Social Security 2100 Act to increase Social Security benefits by $200 per month and extend the solvency for an additional 75 years. The child tax credits have been brought back to the table by Republicans and Democrats, both of which are promising that if they maintain power in Congress or they receive power in Congress, that they're going to be providing some form of child tax credit. So all of these promises coming along, and we heard that a lot of these were going to be taking place at midterm elections right before. And also the big one that everybody wants to see, the fourth federal level stimulus checks of $2,000, some of which we have suspicions might be the reason why they have not tapped into a lot of those funds that are left over, because they could reallocate, reissue. We will see. But here's the thing. Now that this is being challenged in court because they're deeming it unlawful, now we will see what happens here. This could be delaying everything. This is going to come to the forefront of attention, and it could be delaying the process. This could definitely run past the midterm elections. Now, we've heard progressives say if they stay in power, they're going to be passing things afterwards. And we just heard, I just shared with you in my video earlier this morning, Bernie Sanders say, give us 2 seats in the Senate. Give us 2 more. Stop this 50-50 stuff. Let's go 52. We can overrule Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, and we can pass through all the stimulus that we want, you guys. But this delay, this could be huge. This could really mess things up for them. And we're going to be seeing, plus, we just heard about the OPEC cutoff. Gas prices are likely going to be skyrocketing as well. This could spell disaster for Democrats in these midterm elections. But take a look at these headlines, you guys. Small business group files a suit over Biden's student loan plan. This just coming out today, a couple hours ago. Here's another one. All of this breaking news coming out today. No student debt will be canceled before October 23rd. The Biden administration writes in a new legal filing. Take a look at this, you guys. In the new court filing, Biden said that student debt will not be canceled before October 23rd. Now, originally they had said early October. Now it's getting pushed back. This is delaying everything, the entire process of all the schedule we had expected by a couple weeks. The filing was in response to a lawsuit filed by Republicans attempting to block this policy. A federal judge will hear arguments on whether to halt the debt relief this week. And I'm going to give you more details from this article. No student loan debt relief coming before October 23rd, the White House says. In a response to the lawsuits from Republican-led states seeking to halt the plan, the Biden administration offered new details about the timeline and implementation, you guys. So, man, major news coming out that's going to be affecting the timeline of everything. And we're going to be seeing what unfolds. Midterm elections are about a month away, you guys. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, also, if you appreciate the updates, don't forget, smash the like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. Hit the subscribe button to stay up to date. Totally free. I cite all the sources, put them on the screen, read them right to you so you know it's the latest. Any specific questions, Instagram at SteveRam3. Don't fall for the scammers here on YouTube that tell you to contact me on WhatsApp. I don't even have a WhatsApp, you guys. That's not me. Also, second channel, Steve Ram Finance. I just released a video and it's absolutely crazy. 10 tips, nuggets of wisdom I received about the recession that's coming and how multimillionaires and billionaires are saying that they're going to be strategizing to actually become more wealthy through what's coming. And they and Bernie Sanders actually agreed. My mind was blown. We've got progressive Democrats and conservative Republicans agreeing that things are not going to be looking good here. And for those that are just average, everyday Americans, it's rigged against them. And there's going to need to be some strategy changes here coming up, you guys. Check out that video on the second channel, just released this morning. And also, if you want access to the comprehensive list of every single stimulus check in the nation on every level, states, cities, counties, all across the nation. I spent the last 3 months assembling every single one, sometimes going several nights without sleeping, pouring tons of time, energy, and money to have it all in one place for you to access at www.reliefroadmap.com. And I try to make it as affordable as possible just to try to recoup the money that I threw into it. I'm probably not going to recoup it, but that's fine. But it's available for you guys there. And there's a lot of people that have told me that they were having login issues and everything. I have great news for you. I have found out how to fix it. There is a workaround. I'm going to be emailing all of you that are having issues. You're going to be getting contacted by me here shortly, you guys. And also, I've got new programs coming up. We've got word of new states with new surpluses and new stimulus checks coming out on state levels. I'm going to get you up to date on those in coming videos. But right now, let's focus on the timeline of stimulus. All right, you guys, so link in the description below to this article just came out. Major news, no student loan debt relief coming before October 23rd. Now, this came out just a couple hours ago. It says the Biden administration filed its first legal defense of the president's student debt relief plan in court last week, shedding new light on the possible timeline and implementation. And as I said, the timeline is going to be delayed, and this is going to be delaying everything. It's going to have a dominoes effect and could be jeopardizing the implementation of this stimulus provision. Now, in October's 7th filing, which is just a couple days ago, which came in response to the GOP-led lawsuit seeking to halt Biden's student loan forgiveness plan, the White House said that the Department of Education will not discharge any student loan debt under the debt relief plan before October 23rd. Now, the White House had previously said that the form to apply for the student loan forgiveness was likely going to be opening in early October. Now, it's unclear if there's a plan or even a tentative opening date for the debt relief application. While some borrowers already have their income information on file with the Department of Education, most people will need to apply for the debt relief. So if this comes through, I'll be sure to let you guys know, but they're saying October 23rd is likely going to be the first day that you're going to be able to access it if it comes through. The court filing also included new information about the steps the Education Department will take to begin implementing the plan, including conducting testing of the application form with members of the general public before its full launch. The department will reach out to borrowers via email to ask if they want to participate in testing, according to the court documents. Now, Biden's plan was first announced in August, as we mentioned, right after they passed that reconciliation bill. It'll forgive $10,000 of student loan debt for most borrowers earning less than $125,000 individually per year, or less than $250,000 for married couples. The students who receive Pell Grants to colleges are eligible for $20,000 of federal debt relief. Now, in late September, 6 Republican-led states filed lawsuits against Biden's administration in an effort to halt the student loan forgiveness, arguing that Biden overstepped his executive powers and that debt forgiveness would negatively affect states financially. Now, let me know your thoughts, you guys, but this is happening, and we're hearing that there are delays. And I'll keep you up to date, but this could be huge for the timeline, for stimulus, for all of this, and for midterm elections, which are right around the corner. Now, let me know your thoughts. Should they just forget about this whole thing and focus on stimulus checks? Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Maybe they can just forget about the student loan debt forgiveness, which is essentially giving those that owe this debt $10,000 stimulus checks. Now, don't forget, this doesn't just go away. Somehow, it's almost like they're giving you a stimulus check to then pay for your student loan debt. So it's like they're wiping it out. So that's the concern, is that this will negatively impact the economy. Or they could take that money, they could do stimulus checks with it, or they could do the correct way, which we've been discussing, that would likely not have legality issues, would be deemed lawful, and that is for the president via executive action not to issue out new funds or forgiveness, but simply take existing funds, reallocate, redistribute them, and send them out, and use that to help out the American people, and likely in the form of a stimulus check would have much higher approval and acceptance for everybody, as opposed to wiping out student loan debt. Let me know your thoughts. To me, that just seems like the obvious, easy answer to do, and that would boost his approval rating. It would help out so many people that need assistance, and we've got all this leftover money just sitting there. Why not, you guys? Let me know your thoughts. And I think that would be a massive, incredible solution that would be the answer. But we will see. Let me know your thoughts. I'll keep you up to date every step of the way. But you guys, massive breaking news coming out as this is being challenged. This is going to be delaying the process. But like I said, I'll keep you up to speed every single step of the way, you guys. But that is the latest. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far, you haven't already, don't forget, smash that like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. If you got any specific questions, Instagram at SteveRam3. Hit the subscribe button to stay up to date. Check out the second channel, Steve Ram Finance. More content coming on there about the recession, inflation, or the real estate market, housing crash we're hearing potentially is going to be on the way. And also www.reliefroadmap.com to get access to the comprehensive list of every single stimulus check in the nation. You can't find anything like this anywhere else. I personally spent the last 3 months assembling this for you guys so you could have access to everything, and more updates coming on the way. And those of you that have been having those login issues, I've got the workaround. Keep an eye out. I'm going to be contacting you here very soon. With that being said, hope this reaches you well. Hope this was a blessing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.